Quazi here. In today's video, I want to share with you something super crucial that I came across from Neville Goddard regarding inner conversations that I believe will completely change your life. Let's go right ahead and get started. But real quick before I do, I want to announce you can access our exclusive email list. Just click on the link in the description below to watch an unlisted video on how you can get access to it. I can share stuff on that list that I can't really share on the channel, like the Identity Shifting Bootcamp. So make sure you click on the link to access that and you will get full access to it immediately. Let's go right ahead and get started. Today's video is about inner conversations and something crucial that I came across from Neville Goddard. And I want to begin with the quote that really made sense of this for me. And the quote goes something like this: "The transformation of self requires that we meditate on a given phrase, a phrase which implies that our ideal is realized, and inwardly affirm it over and over and over again until we are inwardly affected by its implication, until we are possessed by it. Hold fast to your noble inner convictions or conversations." So here's why this is so crucial. And this literally fits into everything that I've been studying for the past 6-7 years regarding reality creation manifestation. And I believe this is something that has worked extremely effective for me. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Quazi Johir. Over the past 4 years, I've literally manifested everything that I've ever wanted. I was able to quit a soul-sucking full-time job in engineering after being a straight A student in school and realizing that that's not something that I wanted to do. And I quit that and I started my own business and I grew it from 0 to 7 figures within 2 years. And now I live with my dream partner. We just got married 3 years ago and I live in Florida with our 2 beautiful cats, and I'm literally living my dream life. You know, a life that I could not have expected. And I believe what Neville said here in this quote is what allowed me to do this. But I knew it in a different way. I didn't know it the way Neville describes it, okay? And the key part is the ideal realized, okay? And he talks about how you need to meditate on a given phrase. But what I realized for myself is that there are 2 parts to this phrase. What this phrase really implies is when we meditate on a given phrase or a given thought, we become one with that thought. That thought eventually becomes a conviction. It either becomes a paradigm for us, the way in which we view the world, or an identity for us, the way in which we view ourselves. And what you've got to remember is convictions are something, so we will question everything, all the beliefs that we have, except those that we hold extremely dear, because we operate from those beliefs and we operate from those convictions. I can't remember who said that, but that is so accurate. So in terms of the ideal realized and that phrase, it relates to 2 parts. The part that it relates to, first of all, is our world view, okay? What do I mean by the world view? It's the way in which you view the outside world. So if you right now view the world as something that is cold, dark, you have to fight to earn your place under the sun, then that's exactly what it will be like. And we talk to ourselves, we tell this to ourselves all the time. How many times has someone asked you how you are and you've answered, "Oh, just hanging on," because you've been hearing other people say that too. I realized this when I was in college. You know, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, just hanging on, I'm okay." And I realized that when I was saying that, it was making me feel like shit. And as a result, my day would be shit. So from that point onwards, I made a conscious effort. Whenever someone asks me how I am, I always answer, "I'm fantastic. I feel amazing." And just by saying that, psychologically, I change my feeling state. I just start to feel differently and outcomes start to manifest differently. And from that point on, I literally saw like an upward trend in my life. Could I attribute it to just that one thing of answering "I'm fantastic" to every time someone asks me how I am? Probably not. But, you know, I'm sure it had a part to play in it. So you've got to be mindful of the inner conversations you're having in terms of the world view that you have, because it is shaping your worldview every day. The second part to this is our self-view. So remember, The worldview relates to our paradigm, how we view the world, and our self-view relates to our identity, how we view ourselves. If you can master these two things, I promise you, you will be an effective creator of your reality. You will shape your reality like never before. So the worldview relates to how I view the world around me. Is this the right time to start a business? Is this the right time to invest? Is there an opportunity that that can be capitalized on? Is this an advantageous time to be alive? The self-view is your view of yourself. How you view yourself in this world. Is this character capable of doing X, Y, and Z? If not capable now, will this character be capable of doing it at a certain point? Does this character have the potential of becoming better? Is the possibility there? So these are the things you need to keep in mind. So for example, when you talk about yourself and you have the inner conversations about yourself, maybe you say self-deprecating things like, oh, I'm just not good enough at that. I just don't have enough skill at doing that. Or I could never do that. I'm never going to be talented enough to be a millionaire. What are the things you're saying to yourself? Because those are becoming reality as well. So I want to share with you 3 keys that'll allow you to take full advantage of what Neville just said and make the ideal actually realize in material. Key number 1 to taking advantage of these inner conversations is you must become aware of the current narrative. Okay, so what's going on right now? Gain complete awareness of the current inner conversations you're having. Why I say that is because most people try to change everything that's happening now. When you try to change what's happening right now, you are automatically in resistance mode. You're automatically fighting against something. You're automatically preventing reality from being manifested the way you want. You're just keeping the current narrative going. We never want to change what is. We don't want to change the present moment. That is futile. We want to choose what happens in the next moment. And the only way to do that is to become aware of the current narrative. What are the things you're saying right now? Just become aware of them. Awareness is 80%, 90% of the work done. Number 2, consciously craft your worldview and self-view. So this is what I'm gonna give you an example of. My worldview has always been everything is unfolding as it should. This too was meant to happen. My self-view always was I'm becoming better and better every day, and it still is. I'm becoming better and better every day. The key with this worldview and self-view is they are tried and tested. And what I mean by that is they have to be resilient to both good times and bad. Remember, Neville talks about the bridge of incidents. Things aren't always going to happen the way you think it should, right? Things aren't just going to keep going up. It's going to go down a little bit and then it's going to go up. Go down a little bit, then it's going to go up. That's how reality manifests. That's the path of least resistance. So your particular worldview, feel free to steal mine, by the way. Your particular worldview has to be resilient to external circumstances. So if you choose your worldview as everything is unfolding as it should, something good happens, this too was meant to happen. Everything is unfolding as it should. Something bad happens, this too was meant to happen. For how am I to know that this wasn't meant to happen in order for me to get to my goal? You don't know that. This too was meant to happen, this too was meant to happen. Self-view, I'm getting better and better every day. Oh, something good happens, I'm getting better and better every day. Something bad happens, I'm getting better and better every day. I'm learning from this experience and it's helping me become better and better every day. Okay, so these two worldviews, or views, if you will, I have found to be extremely, extremely effective, and that's why I use them every single day. And I think I read someone talking about this on Reddit or something. It's called the lullaby method. And right before you fall asleep, you imagine your ideal and you say this phrase to yourself. Everything is unfolding as it should. It's happened. Thank you. It's all done. And Neville talks about this in the law of assumption. So you could also use this as you're falling asleep, as you're drifting off into sleep. Number 3, I want you to go and watch this video right now, where I go into detail about how your worldview and your self-view come about. Please, this is absolutely crucial for you to know, because you'll understand from this video on how the subconscious mind works, but you'll also understand how a thought, you begin with a thought and an idea, and how it becomes a belief, and how it becomes a conviction. The identity and the paradigm, the worldview and the self-view that we have, they are convictions. We just need the right convictions so that we can fully operate from them. Go watch this video right now and I'll see you in the next one right now.